Kids and Cop stuff and the holiday meals has been going exceptionally well. We had a couple officers work, going out getting donations. They did okay. Once again, Jamie Dinkle is the one that goes out and really works this hard and does great work for us. I just want to give her kudos that she's done exceptionally well once again. She's really carried this program for, since you've been here, I guess, since I've been here, 4 or 5 years at least, that Jamie's really been a rock star on that for the department. And we really appreciate her hard work in that, and making that program a huge success. It's well received, and very pleased to do that with the community. It's a community project for us. It's nice to see people that need it get some little extra money for Christmas. So huge appreciation to the local community that supports that. They have risen to the occasion once again and really set us up well to be able to do that with the community. So it's a great project between us, the businesses, community members, and the officers and the families that we can support them. We see quite regularly. So thanks to everybody for that. Been a pretty crazy busy month, especially the last couple of weeks have been busy. I don't know how many of you know, we got 25 pounds of marijuana last week. Kind of an interesting situation. We unfortunately had a devastating child abuse case last week. It was very difficult for all of us to work. The reason I bring that one up is it was difficult for me. It was difficult for Agent Anders out of our department here with DCI. A couple of the officers that were involved. And what I want to mention is that when we have cases like this, and there may be a bill coming through for it, we do a debrief with the counselor, so we'll bring them in and do a couple counseling sessions with the officers that were involved, and anybody that wants to talk about that. So if you see a bill to some sort of a counselor or something along those lines, that's why it is there. It's necessary. Also went over to Whitewood on a mutual aid agreement. They requested our help. The name came up through Belpouche. We discussed the meth problem last month. We did a meth search warrant over there and got some really good information. So we are addressing the drug problems in the area. We'll continue to address the drug problems in the area. They move slower than I'd like to see at times. But again, we discussed it last month. We are aware of it, and we are moving forward, and we'll continue to work very hard at doing this. Along those lines, as it has been in the news, our state's attorney was arrested for possession of marijuana. This department had very little to do with that investigation. When we were made aware of it through certain channels that we received information, because of conflict of interest in the working relationship between us and the state's attorney, that information was directly turned over to DCI, who handled the entire investigation and did a very good, thorough job with it. At this point, for my officers, and we had discussed this at length, that is an uncondoned behavior for anybody that we come in contact, and especially with the law enforcement profession as a whole, which Heather is definitely an extension of our law enforcement community. It's not condoned, we won't tolerate it, and we definitely will not tolerate it in the law enforcement community. So that has been addressed by DCI on that end, and there's been conversation. I called a couple of meetings with the officers, and we'll call more meetings to discuss exactly what's going on and where we stand on that going forward. Last thing I have is I've been approached, and I think at this point it's a pretty good idea, doing some sort of an advisory council. Basically a community input where we'll have some members of the community from different walks, a couple of police officers, myself presiding over it, or at least present in it, just to get community input back. What I've come up with is I would like to see probably a 6 or 7 person advisory. And as I sat down and thought about it, I think that somebody from Combo would be great, somebody from the chamber would be great. 2 members at large and 2 police officers would basically comprise that. Another couple areas that I thought would be a good place to get somebody from. One would possibly be a school, and the other one would possibly be the Roundup committee. The Roundup is our biggest event of the year. It's the most taxing on us. A better communication between us and the Roundup committee would be a beneficial thing. So even if they kind of sat in, just had a member that was coming a few months before to make sure we were getting everything covered for that, I think would be very beneficial. Make sure we get everything covered for the Roundup, because it is, don't push in the spotlight. We want to make sure that we're doing everything we can for that, so.
I think that sounds like a great idea.
Well, I'll probably be soliciting that, and, you know, for the first month or so, we'll probably do monthly meetings till we kind of get an understanding of what it is, and then once we get that set up, we'll decide if it's a monthly or every 2 weeks or every other month, whatever is best for everybody. And as long as we're being productive, I'm happy to have meetings, but I want to make sure they stay productive, so.
Next is vehicle discussion.
Vehicle discussion. As we discussed, with some potential changes in our police department, in the hailstorm, we lost a vehicle, and I was looking at that vehicle that we lost was our school resource officer vehicle. I was looking at doing some sort of specialty vehicle for the school resource officer. The Humvee idea that I had is very slow, and with the demilitarization of the police departments is not looking super great at this point. I'm not saying we could get one at some point, but it would be a very down the road proposition. What we ended up having was just over $20,000 from insurance money that we didn't spend by the time we throw in. The Crown Victoria wasn't fixed. The one Impala that we're keeping wasn't fixed. The one Impala we sold back, and the Chevy pickup we didn't fix. They're all older vehicles, and the value wasn't there to fix them, or they were totaled out and we bought them back. Because we need the cars, we couldn't replace them all, but the damage is more than they're worth. So we have that $20,546 to purchase a new Dodge Charger on state bid is $26,076. Again, as we discussed about the signboards, I still have a lot of salary salvage sitting there. I would like to explore the options of purchasing a Charger to replace that white Impala that we turned over. We're short on cars, especially, you know, I've got my Crown Vic up here again for the academy. So I'm driving a frontline vehicle. We're to the point where we need all of our frontline vehicles, so now I'm without a power track essentially. So what I would like for consideration is coming out with the extra $6,000, and this would all be pending Sharon to make sure, she wasn't here this week, so I didn't get to talk to her. Making sure we can use that insurance money plus a little bit of salary salvage to look at purchasing a car before the end of the year.
So you'll talk to her when she's back from vacation,
Yes. Yep.
and we can have those numbers.
I have the numbers, I had a. Oh, two's fine.
Oh, yeah, no, here.
I did do a recommendation. I wasn't sure if I wanted it as a recommendation or not, but those are the numbers there. So again, the difference between the insurance money left over is $5,500 and some change. Right in that change that we have to come up with.
Have we considered getting anything from Hirschman's?
I have, that do not meet state bid, so in order to purchase at state bid price, I would have to go outside of town. So I'm stuck in that dilemma, do I purchase outside of the community or pay more money, so.
So if you don't know, would this be better to get the information and just put it on a regular agenda item for our next council meeting?
I can certainly do that too.
I think that might be better instead of trying to make a recommendation that I'm 100% sure, but I don't have a problem with it.
Oh, but we can certainly add pending approval from the finance officer if we wanted to do it that way.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because it definitely is something Sharon, I need to talk to Sharon about to make sure it would be feasible for us to
Yeah,
do it.
because I don't want to make a motion if I don't know for sure.
I agree.
So you'll do that and get it ready for next council.
Okay. Take the regular agenda next meeting. Okay, I will talk to Sharon and
I think that would just be easier, then we have all the figures.
Recommendation, number 5, recommendation for Chief Jones to attend IACP conference in San Diego, California in October 2016. Costs associated to be paid now are registration $400, airfare $545, and the rest will be covered, will be TBD closer to the date of the conference and paid from 2016 budget. Wait,
what's that?
do you have a motion and a
Oh,
second?
I'm sorry.
I'll move, so move.
Second.
Because I was scholarshiped this year, so we're getting this year's money reimbursed back to us. The conference was absolutely incredible, and I enjoyed it, the camaraderie, being able to sound different things off of different chiefs, the training overall, the ability to go out and see products and see what's going on in the police world outside of Belfouche was very, very good. So I didn't have a bunch of money left over in my training budget in this year, so I'd like to purchase those two things, and then we'll have meals and hotel out of next year's budget.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. 6, recommendation to move Dylan Gotch to Officer 1 status for completion of basic law enforcement training. There will be a grade 9, step 6 on the City of Belfouche pay scale, 1558. Do I have a motion and a second?
Motion, President. Second.
It goes through the next two items, both Dylan and Ryan completed their officer, made their officer 1 steps, and it's kind of been what we've done in the past, so.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. 7, recommendation to move Ryan Grams to Officer 1 status for completion of basic law enforcement training. This will be a grade 9, step 5 on City of Belfouche, pay scale 1520. Do I have a motion in a second?
Motion Wagner.
Second, Rich.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. I have a motion and a second to adjourn.
Motion Wagner.
Second, Schulman.
Just a second, Katie. Did you have something?
I was gonna say something.
This is okay, I mean, you have to address the board and get permission.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
Now, I hate spending the town money like this, but you know what you should look into doing? Going to the SHOT Show, to the police part of it. Because that way, I mean, it's a little expensive. It's in January. But you can go out and find all kinds of new equipment and everything else. You got 1,000 companies up there. You get bids on your new equipment, you know, the stuff you need for the city. And it might, in the long run, be able to save you a lot of money. If you go to all these little, you know, companies that
I would love to go to the SHOT Show, don't get me wrong.
I mean, I hate to spend the city's money sending you there, but I think it might be beneficial. I'm there every year for you to get the bids.
The thing is, the SHOT Show and the IACP are very similar. The police vendors that are there,
All
there are
right.
700 police vendors at the
Okay,
IACP.
then.
As much as I'd love to go to the SHOT Show and agree with you that I'd love to go to Vegas in January,
You know, like I said,
I catch it in one place, so I really can't.
All right.
justify going to the other one, but I
Well, and
appreciate it.
this is
I didn't
focused
second
on
that.
city,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and SHOT Show does too, I mean, all along.
Yeah, they
companies
have.
there, it's-
But no, I'm talking
Everybody's
about
in
your
the shop, so.
sessions.
Yeah, the sessions, the training sessions and the
Yeah.
other things, so it's,
It's
for
a little
me, it's
different.
better to do that.
All right, no, it's just a suggestion, because I know there's so many vendors there that I know how much money you could save.
I might
As
take
a city.
vacation and go to SHOT Show. But
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposing?
Like I said, I think you could
Yep.
save money away, but I think if you could save the money.
Enjoy your weekends.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I just think, you
I'll go to
know,
SHOT Show with you anytime. How much is it to register?
$75 now.
That's not too bad.
No. So, I mean, if you can catch a deal on a Legion, fly out on Monday, fly back on Friday, it's usually $200 round trip for you to fly in and out.
And I've got 2 or 3 friends with houses in Vegas, so
Then we can get you there cheap.
that's why we just take vacation, maybe the city pays the 75 for me. Get it in and then.
But I, personally, I think it would be,
Well, have a good one, guys.
you know, I've never been to the